I left North Wales to work in Newcastle, living there at least most of the time, although like many who work in universities with a partner elsewhere. This poem was part of a pamphlet called the Tyne and Weir Poems, published by Red Squirrel Press, that resulted from my experience of living in Newcastle upon Tyne. And the Tyne dominates the city, a deep, fast-moving river with many very wonderful bridges. This poem draws on imagery from large machines taking down an old flour mill on the banks of the river near to the flat where I lived. It begins with a shopping trip, but takes a darker turn. I love the city and its people. It has an extraordinary beauty and a great culture, but in the end, the pull to the west was just too strong. And then again. And then went down to Morrison's past the flat-out mill building where the articulated arms swing back and forth in a dance that only discriminates between steel and everything else. I am shopping between the roundabout, the hill down to the river. So I buy the river, despite the moon hanging in the air driving a hard bargain or an overpriced golf. It is a cart or a shed, leaving it all behind like tail feathers that fall out on the dance to the shops. And then went down to the agenda that some other had set, an agenda that involved jumping through hoops or how high, and the articulate arms picking over the wreckage of a flour mill that once held flour, but is now only an impediment to development. The recycling lorries are from Nuneaton, driven over for the ballast, while the spare timber is burnt in a brazier that would take a whole man. We are nearly human, with undiscovered geniuses, taking ourselves seriously. So then went down to the riverbank, fished for compliments to reflect my image, and then went down where others fear to tread, through dark passageways and below the waterline.